Are you new to Valorant and looking to go from silver to diamond? Well, look no further. So I'm going to give you guys 5 tips that should really up your gameplay and help you get a rank that you're stuck in. Alright, so starting off with tip number 1, let's talk about crosshair placement. Crosshair placement is almost one of the most important aspects of the game. It's really important that you should be aiming for head level, but sometimes we can't always do that. Now luckily for us, there are some things around the map that's going to help us improve this. If you look here, you can see some lines on the walls. It's going to give you a general idea of where to put your crosshair if you want to aim for head level. Now also, when you are holding an angle, it's best not to put your crosshair too far away from that angle that you have to flick back whenever somebody swings. And it's also best to not put your crosshair too close to that angle that you have to flick out when somebody swings. It's best that you would find somewhere in the middle to put your crosshair. Let's move on to our second tip. We're talking agent selection. If you're looking to improve as fast as possible and you are pretty brand new to the game, it's best that you're going to want to pick 1 or 2 agents to stick with and get super familiar with. You're not going to want to use one agent because sometimes people can take that agent from you. So it's best to have a second agent in reserve. That way, when someone takes your agent, you're not going to be completely useless. Now moving on to our third tip. Let's talk about swinging with your teammates. In a lot of lower elo games, you're going to see people swinging out and taking 1v1 duels, and you're probably not exactly sure how you can help. If you're in a lower elo and you find that you're not really swinging with any of your teammates, you're going to want to try that. If you see one of your teammates are fighting somebody, try swinging with them and fighting with them as well. Even if they end up dying, you're more likely to get the kill on that player, which is going to give you a trade. Alright, let's move on to tip number 4. Let's talk about utility. This is for all of my smoke players out there. I know it sounds kind of dumb, but you're going to want to practice some of your smokes. There's some good smokes and some bad smokes. Yeah, your smoke might block off an entrance, but it might make it easy for an enemy to push out and frag against you or your teammates. This doesn't work for every occasion. Putting your smokes deeper into choke points usually make it harder for the enemies to push out, so why don't you give that a try? Alright, so this is my 5th and final tip for all of my beginners out there. If you find yourself being one of those players that changes your settings a lot, specifically your sensitivity, I would stop that pretty much right away. When you're ranking up, you're kind of looking for consistency in your aim and everything, and I find that keeping the same sensitivity and practicing on it daily is really going to give you the best result over time. So that's my 5 tips for anybody that's new to the game. I hope you guys learned something, and if you're new to the game, I really hope that it helps you when you're grinding. Good luck out there, guys.